今年第一天，康纳公告了自己接下来的比赛，即将在6月29日国际周对阵钱德勒，不过是在中量级。康纳的大笑让人忍不住想，真是太会了。如果康纳坚持，钱德勒肯定会出现在中量级，毕竟听到自己是被选择的对象时，钱德勒肯定高兴坏了。不过前双冠王丹米尔·科米尔对这件事却有另一番见解。
Against Michael Chandler at 185 pounds. When you hear that immediately, you go, well, wait, isn't he a lightweight? I know he's dabbled at 170. We saw him fight Cerrone at 170. We saw him fight Diaz at 170. But isn't this guy a lightweight? Wasn't he the featherweight champ and the lightweight champ? What's he talking about 185? Conor McGregor is as much of a middleweight as Alex Pereira is. Pereira's not a middleweight. He's a light heavyweight. He weighs 235 pounds. He just somehow managed to get down there. McGregor's not a middleweight. So then you ask yourself, why? Why is he saying 185? Well, you got to watch the video. And you hear the laugh at the end. It's like Dr. Evil from the Austin Powers show. You remember Dr. Evil would make these little jokes and he would laugh and he would put his finger in his face because he knew he was being bad. And that's what McGregor's doing. McGregor's being bad. McGregor's playing the game. McGregor's being the villain right now because the villain manipulates. The villain pulls the strings. The villain's the puppet master. The villain makes you move to his music. The villain makes you move to his rhythm. You know why? Because Michael Chandler's a good guy. Michael Chandler refuses to play the bad guy. Even if at times playing the bad guy would play to his benefit. He should have played the bad guy a little bit in the situation with McGregor and said, F off. I'm done with you. Fuck you. Taking too long. You're pulling my strings. I haven't fought because you aren't ready to fight. You're doing things that aren't allowing me to go make money. He should have said to hell with it. And I believe if he'd have said to hell with it, McGregor probably would have came back to him a little sooner. But he never did, so now it's compounded. Now Conor's saying that he has to fight him at middleweight, a weight 30 pounds heavier than Michael Chandler fights at consistently. And guess what? If McGregor is serious, and if McGregor insists that this fight takes place at 185, it's going to take place at 185 because Mike's not going to tell him no. Mike's going to go and make more money than he's ever made on any given night in his entire career. But he's going to play this guy's rules. You got to stand up at times. But I mean, we got to understand also that Conor McGregor is the belle of the ball. Conor McGregor is the guy that essentially writes Michael Chandler's check, especially if Chandler is a partner on the pay-per-view side. Because Conor sells, Chandler gets paid. Chandler's been pay-per-view before. He's going to see a massive difference in the numbers that he gets and that his bank account's going to get. But at what point do you say to yourself, I'm a fighter, he's a fighter, we're just two dudes that do the same thing for a living. We got to be on some even terms. 185, Mike? 185, Conor? Does this fight really take place at 185? I think so. I think McGregor's going to do anything in his power to make Chandler uncomfortable and make Chandler realize and know this is my game. You're just lucky enough that I choose to play it with you. Right now, that's what McGregor's doing.